Welcome back to Yaadie Hands. To all the Yaadies and aspirants showing your support by subscribing and sharing and liking the channel, enough love to know. To all who are watching and you know that you have a story of inspiration to share, to help somebody to be better, to do better, to be a better believer in themselves and in the abilities that the Creator has blessed them with. Please do not shy away. We want to hear your story. Message winner, email winner, DM winner. It's within each of us to help somebody else. So do something now. If you are still watching Yardy Hands from the sidelines, do something. Take a few seconds to subscribe to and like our content. Leave a comment and share our channel link. Join this community, get involved, be the change that you want to see. We have some people who want you to know that they have your back. They are here for you. And so today we bring you another inspiring Yardie story of a decorated Jamaican whose resume comprises of a myriad of voluntary work in the Caribbean. His passion includes tourism, culture, and the arts, and arguably most prominent, his passion for the disabled community, their protection, their independence, and the impact of societal changes on their livelihood. He works to ensure that the disabled community live an inclusive life. It was this passion that sparked his philanthropic journey. And as the story progresses, you will learn how his work has positively impacted countless lives in the diaspora. Drum roll for Andrew Sharp. Welcome to Yardy Hands, Andrew.
Yes, glad to be here.
Thank you for agreeing to come and share your story with us. And we hope that it really inspires someone else to do a little more for themselves and for the development of their community after they've heard your story today. So
Thank
before we
you.
get into the meat of the matter, you must tell our audience how you even qualify to be on Yardie Hands. Apart from just being a born Jamaican, what makes you a Yardie?
Well, we're the forerunner. We set the trend, and most Jamaicans are very progressive, and we're doers and shakers, and that's what make me a yardie.
All right, I agree because I know a little of your story, so our audience will get to put that into context as you explain further. Now, you grew up in Jamaica and you migrated to the US, and while you were there, you were moved to start an organization dedicated to a philanthropic purpose. Can you tell us what's the name of that organization and what exactly it does?
Absolutely. It's the Authentic Caribbean Foundation. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization based in Massachusetts, and our mission is to support kids with disability through health and education. And education means programming, training, and health means to provide the support that is needed: wheelchair, walkers, pediatric equipment.
Okay, okay. And how long have you been doing this work?
For over 10 years, I still can't believe it. 10 years.
10 years and counting, 10 years and growing. How have you been able to stick with it for so long? So many persons start these journeys and they're excited at the beginning, but it fizzes out in a short time. What keeps you going?
The love for the community, and that passion that I have, and being a team player is crucial. And then also living in a state that is rounded by education and health. So it really fitted the purpose of me having this organization, forming this organization 10 years ago, and really I've seen it blossom and grow to where it's at the moment.
Was there a particular thing about your upbringing in Jamaica that caused you to choose this particular field of uh, helping the disabled community? There are so many other things you could have chosen to do, so many other areas you could have chosen to help in. Why the disabled community?
Well, from home and just with the vast travel I've been through, persons have looked down on persons with disability. And I said to myself, how can I change this? Especially, we know how the Caribbean is, we know how Jamaica is. That, Lord, I saw them steer, you put them over there, so,
Mm-hmm.
Lord, somebody over them, or Lord, So that exclusion was a big issue for me, and I needed to see changes happen. And that's how I decided that, when I migrated to the United States, I said, what else can I do other than for a profit? I wanted to give back home. I always say, when I come here, what can I do to help the region, to bring it to that level of improvement? And I know disability was something that not a lot of people not a lot of people focus on. So I decided to do that.
Okay. And even with all the work that has been done in that field, we still find that there is so much lack. Simple things like even a wheelchair ramp is missing from public buildings. So, what you are doing is very, very commendable. The disabled community is arguably the most marginalized in our
Yes.
society. So kudos to you for really taking that initiative and for sticking to it for so long.
Thank you.
Andrew is regarded as a non-profit professional and a humanitarian. Andrew, can you tell us about some of the other non-profits and voluntary ventures that you're involved in?
Absolutely. I wear several hats. I always try to be involved in terms of policies, giving back. Um, I'll never forget, and I always speak this. The great Shirley Chisholm always say, having a seat at the table. And when I came to the America, especially here in Mass, and Massachusetts being the fourth largest Caribbean state, nationwide. However, I realized we were not positioned, we were not taking the seat at the table,
Okay.
and that was something that I wanted to change. Because if I am at the table representing my Caribbean brother and be the advocate for the Caribbean American community and for persons with disability. So having that seat at the table, one, I was instrumental to be a part of the Emerald Necklace Conservancy. So I sit on the park advisory board. Um, they needed to diversify the board, and it was an opportunity for me to, with the wealth of knowledge and the wealth of community engagement that I do, I was able to be an advisor on that board. Also, diaspora was crucial for me, so I was able to participate in the Jamaica Diaspora Northeast. Um, I was able to obtain the state chair position, which I'm currently now still holding the state chair position, bringing awareness of the Jamaican diaspora to Jamaicans who are living here, and see how we can ramp up contribution for Jamaica as diasporians here in Massachusetts. I'm a programs board member for the Institute of Caribbean Studies, which advocate on U.S. Caribbean's strategic plan and policies. I've been at it with the Jamaican government with regards to the Disability Act. When I realized that the act was there but it wasn't gazetted,
Oh,
And
okay.
I kept on pushing. And through the advocacy and awareness, we're so happy that the Disability Act for Jamaica was gazetted and put into law.
You touched on something important, which is education about our laws and policies, because when we don't take a personal interest in these things, it is only after the fact that we come to realize how they affect us, whether positively or negatively. And if we had taken a more proactive approach to getting involved, then we would be able to influence, as you say, have a seat at the table. You'd be able to influence the outcome of these policies. I am happy to hear what you are doing for the Caribbean and for the Jamaican space. Many persons didn't know about that. You mentioned the Disabilities Act being passed but not being gazetted. Explain to us what's the relevance of the law being gazetted.
The law being gazetted means it's effective, it has teeth.
It's enforceable,
So that's correct.
right?
So for instance, if somebody molest someone in disability, they're able to go to court and be able to get justice.
Authentic Caribbean Foundation has a focus on the children as priority. Why that approach?
They are our future. All of us is getting old,
Indeed.
and I will not be holding on to the rem. I want to ensure that I pass the baton on and to be able to sit behind and guide someone else. So the focus has been on the kids. They're our future, and if we can save them, we have done really good.
We're chatting with Andrew Sharp, a Yaadie humanitarian and nonprofit professional. He is the founder of Authentic Caribbean Foundation, Inc., a not for profit organization based in Boston, Massachusetts. This organization is dedicated to transforming the lives of Caribbean children who have been impacted by disability, AIDS, and HIV, as well as the caregivers of these children. The foundation supports them through health and education. Remember to join our community. Show your support for fellow Yardis by sharing the information you get from us here on Yardie Hands. Subscribe to the channel, leave your feedback in the comments, and if you also want to share your story, we welcome you. Drop us a line at yardiehands@gmail.com. How have you been able to support your work in Jamaica? What's your volunteer base like in Jamaica?
Well, through the diaspora group and the collaboration and partnership. Like for instance, 2021 we were able to train 100 teachers, um, s- special needs teachers in the school through the Jamaica Teachers Association. Um, Neurodiversion inclusive classroom training,
Okay,
and this was possible through grant funding and support from corporate donors. We have over 100 volunteers.
okay.
Um, my counterpart, Stafford Grant and Michael Campbell, you know, who we support. Every year, we send backpacks to the schools. We send toys, and it's not just toys to play. We send
Educational
educational
support.
toys.
Is there any upcoming project that is specifically geared towards social development in Jamaica now for Authentic Caribbean Foundation?
Absolutely. One of the projects that we're doing, and it applies to Jamaica and the region, we did a research and we realized that more after school programs needed to occupy the kids, the youths. And we see that technology is advancing. So not everybody's going to be lawyer, doctor, teacher, but the focus has been on computer coding with Stafford. We partner with him and Michael. for the computer coding class for the youths. We're looking at other areas where we could utilize technology. Um, we're very good in acting. How can we transform some of these youths to go into the movies, the back end of it, the production side of it? How they can become an entrepreneur also is crucial.
Right.
And we know that Jamaica has produced a lot of entrepreneurs, and especially when they migrate here, they have excel. The sky's the limit for them here. So we try to provide those kind of programs for the youths to keep them occupied, to keep them out of the hands of the gang and persons who are soliciting them to do wrong.
Your voluntary work was publicly recognized by the President of the United States. Tell us about that.
Yes, when I started, it was important that we continue to do community engagement. And the better way is to know who you're dealing with, how you're providing support for the community. And when 2020 census started, we were one of those organizations that was in the field ensuring that our Caribbean American community get counted. Then came COVID. That continued engagement with the community was crucial to get the vaccine in the hands of our community. A lot of people are undocumented. They don't know how they're going to get stuff because they're afraid. They needed trusted voices. And we were the trusted voices in the field doing the work. One area where the vaccine ratio of 20%, we increased that
So,
ratio to 50%. And through those efforts, we could tell you the numbers in these different cities that Caribbean American reside through the census data. And because of the work we did, when I opened my post box and saw an envelope from the White House, I was like, why am I getting an envelope from the White House? And I opened the envelope and saw the letter congratulating us for the great work we have been doing from the President of the United States. And that really increased my esteem. I felt proud to be able to be supporting not just me but my community in this work. So it wasn't just a letter from for us only, it was a letter for the community. So that it's not me but we. So everyone is benefiting. So I'm delighted and I'm really proud of myself and my team on this great accomplishment.
right. Yes, I'm sure you have a big and supportive team behind you to be able to accomplish all of those things that you've mentioned. As no man is an island and no man stands alone, we all need somebody behind us or some bodies behind us to support the things that we do to bring them to fruition, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
congratulations to you and your team for that work that you are doing. Now, if anybody's listening to this program and want to know how they can reach your organization, Authentic Caribbean Foundation Inc., for support or if they want to donate, how can they reach you?
Absolutely. What we have done, we really work on presence. So the website is one www.authenticcaribbeanfoundation.org, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Authentic Caribbean Foundation. You'll find us. And throughout our many festivals that we have in the state of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut now, you are able to participate, support, volunteer, become a member of the team with great ideas. We're stepping into our 2024 with God's blessing of a building to increase our capacity to give more, to give back more to the community, to help support the community. And, having that building will give us much more donation opportunity in terms of storage to ship items. So having that space, that building space, which we call our own,
Yes.
will be able to propel us to the next level.
Okay. You mentioned festival. So, for my audience, if you've ever heard about or attended the Caribbean Food and Rum Festival, now you can match the face behind it with the event. This is Andrew Sharp, and he was very instrumental in bringing life to that initiative, the Caribbean Food and Rum Festival. Where is that normally held, Andrew?
Caribbean Rum Food Festival is held in Boston at the Roxbury Community College. Um, it was crucial for us to increase again. I'm all about region. How can we improve our export? Rum is one of our number one seller and products, not just only rum. And we needed to get that out to the public so they know about our product. And that's what came about the Caribbean Rum and Food Festival. And it has really grown and grown and grown. That Hartford, Connecticut requested to have a rum and food festival. So this year we're having the first Caribbean Rum and Food Festival in Hartford, Connecticut, to be able to expose people on the great product the region has. The concept of the exports offices in the region is logging on to be able to display their products and to a vast audience of New Englanders who do who are aware of it but just need more education on our products. So I'm excited that our Caribbean Rum and Food Festival is making a hit.
Yes, I understand that it's highly, highly supported.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Congratulations again. You're doing so much. I don't know how many times I'm going to say congratulations before our interview is over.
Yeah. And we encouraging the Jamaican products, especially the Appleton and many others. I must say thanks to the Jamaica Tourist Board for their support. They believe in the diaspora and I have been supportive. But we need more than the Jamaica Tourist Board. We need all the rest of those who export. The New England market is ready and ripe. So that's the opportunity to get your products out.
All right, so that appeal is going to our Caribbean manufacturers and producers.
And I want us just to put this point across. We all need the diaspora. It is important that we support the diaspora. We are the linkage here. We make it happen. We advocate with our senators to make things happen. So utilize and support the diaspora and collaborate.
If you could time travel, would you go to the past or would you go to the future? And why would you choose whichever option you choose?
To the future,
You go to
there
the
is hope.
future? Okay.
There is hope. There is hope. And there are players like us who are, as I said, there's good people still out there.
Definitely.
So I see a positive future. It might not be at that level where we want to see it, but there are changes happening little by little. We're keeping at it. So for me, the future is bright.
All right. Well, as I said before, you have your work cut out for you.
Yes. I love it though. I love
You-
it.
You've been doing it for 10 years, so I see no reason, if God give you the strength to continue, why you should not.
Yes.
Um, if you have the heart to do it, the support will come. So thank you very much, Andrew, for sharing your story with us on Yaadie Hands. These are the kind of stories that we like to hear. We want people to know that there is hope, right? So many things around us seem hopeless, but there is hope. So when this story goes out, I really hope that some more donors will come on board, and also that persons who really need this information to know how they can be helped, that this broadcast will help them with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If I were to sum up today's feature, I would say two things. One, you can't sit down on bucket and draw water. You cannot sit on the bucket and draw water. Meaning, take action to make things happen. What positive step will you take to make your community a better place, to make your life better? Secondly, when cocoa ripe, it must burst. When the cocoa ripens, it bursts. Meaning, a person's actions are the best indicators of their character. Whether you do something good, not so good, or do nothing at all, it will testify of your character. Wouldn't you prefer that your actions speak well of you? You decide. Sooner or later,